April 2023, and we are in the Pennsylvania wilds, in the heart of the Oil Heritage region, for a 3-day, 2-night biking adventure. Over the weekend, we'll cover 64 total miles, starting at the Oil City Marina, going all the way down to the small town of Emlenton.
What are we doing today?
We are going to go set up our camp, and then we're going to bike 7 miles and get some beers at Franklin.
In Franklin.
In Franklin. What's the brewery called?
I think it's like Trails
and
Ales Brewery.
Yeah.
Here's the trail we'll be biking on later. Let's go hit our campsite. Hopefully no one's in the lean-tos.
For this trip, rather than bike packing, we got lucky that there's a nice camping spot that's a short 10-minute walk from the trailhead, allowing us to drop off all of our gear before the start of our adventure. We are coming up on the campsites. It's about 0.3 from the parking lot, and there is no one here. So here are the campsites. There was 2 porta potties last time I was here. They are not here this time. So, a bunch of picnic tables, the 2 lean-tos, garbage cans, right off the Samuel Justus, or the Allegheny River Trail. The lower 2 mile run campsite. It's about 20 feet wide, 7 foot deep. There are more campsites behind it. You can see a little pad, 2 pads, some benches, 3 fire rings. And no porta potties yet in the season. It is mid-April. We put up a tent. You see that? We put up a tent so we can hold all of our gear while we go down and bike, and no one will hopefully steal our stuff. But we'll see. All right, we're on our way back to the parking lot after dropping our stuff off at the campsite. It's about an 11-minute drive from Deep Hollow Trailhead to the Oil City Marina. All right, so we're at the Oil City Marina Trailhead. It's for boats and bikes. It's April 10th. Bathroom is currently closed, which is great for me. Carrie's loading up her bike, getting ready. And
In and out of my bag 20 times.
And there's where the trail starts. Let's go. Here's the campsites at Oil City. 3. 1's handicap. 2. You'll pass old oil equipment about a mile from Oil City Marina. Next to the wastewater plant. Smells wonderful. Some trail parking at the end of the wastewater plant. Like 15 spots. Nice picnic area. With little grill tops, picnic benches, benches overlooking the water. Here's another mile marker next to some nice rapids. Some ducks in the water. Around mile marker 127. Yeah. So you might be able to park there. And then walk down and camp down here if you wanted. Is that a cemetery? The stone structure? Farm. You can see the tire tracks. When we paddled this river, we've seen people camp down here on the side with cars and trucks. We were wondering how they were getting down there. Now we know. They drove on those side streets down to here and took their stuff down.
It's the end of day one, and we're coming into Franklin. It's a cute little town at the confluence of the Allegheny River and French Creek. It's the perfect little town to catch dinner and to load up on supplies for your bike or paddle adventure. After crossing the bridge, we headed into town and found the perfect spot for dinner, Trails to Ales Brewery on Liberty Street. After gorging ourselves on way too much pizza and beer, we made a quick stop at Sheetz for ice and snacks, and then biked a mile and a half to our camp.
Beautiful morning from the Allegheny River.
Day 2 of our adventure, where we have a long day planned. Going to shoot for over 50 miles on our bike. We're going to head from our campsite just after Franklin all the way down to Emlenton. While in Emlenton, we're going to hit up Emlenton Brew House for a few beers and then head the 25 miles back to our campsite, hopefully before dark.
All right, let's go. We're coming up some campsites. Eagles. 3 eagles. About 3 miles from the last campsite. Three or 4 spots. Big old fire pit. And there was 3 eagles nesting here. Coming up on Belmar Bridge. Here's the bridge under Sandy Creek. There's a campsite across the way. There's a little dirt road down to it. A little shack, it's probably the bathroom. Coming up on the bridge, up to Sandy Creek. Bike trail up on that bridge. So we're at Belmar now. 4.8 miles to Brandon. Then there should be another primitive campsite at Kennerdale and another one at Emlenton to take a look at. Beautiful water feature. Nice little snake. Move. Move, buddy. There you go. Butterfly zone. After the Belmar Bridge. Picnic tables and benches in the butterfly zone. A nice overlook of the Allegheny River. Mile markers every half mile on the trail so far.
We are coming up on Indian God Rock, which is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Located about 8.5 miles south of Franklin, it contains over 50 carvings dating between 1200 and 1750 AD, and is a great reminder of the region's Native American heritage.
There you go, Bud and Barb, 2002. Cool.
"15 miles south of Franklin is the Kennerdale Tunnel. A former railroad tunnel, it is 3,350 feet long, paved, very dark inside, so be careful.
Rockland Tunnel. Here's a spot 2 miles before Rockland Tunnel. Says fishing permitted, no loitering. Not sure if you can camp here or not.
We're coming up on the Rockland Tunnel. It's located 21 miles south of Franklin and is also a former railroad tunnel. It is 2,868 feet in length, paved, and also very dark inside. A short distance before the tunnel is the Rockland Furnace and Freedom Falls. The Rockland Furnace is an historic iron furnace built in 1832. Rockland Furnace and Freedom Falls are less than a half a mile from the entrance of the tunnel, and well worth the trip if you have the time.
That could be the camping spot. Yeah, there's the lean-to. Here's the way down to the camp for the lean-to. Hilly, gravel, slippy. If you want to, it's very loose gravel. So if you were carrying a lot of weight, that would suck. But there's the lean-to. Lots of graffiti. Someone left their tarp. Some cooking pans on the side. Next to that tunnel, you can see a rope swing up there as well. What a beautiful white fence. Former industrial site. Cool. So that's why it's fenced off. It's super polluted. Coming into the Emlenton Trail parking lot, they actually have a porta-potty. First one on the trail. 30 miles of trail, one bathroom. Plenty of parking. One handicap spot. One porta-potty, little gazebo. Now we're off to Emlenton Brew House for a few beers. Did they tell you if there's overnight parking here? I can't imagine them restricting. There's no signs that say no overnight parking. If you wanted to park in town, there's another parking lot next to the old school building. It's the old school or hospital? Behind the brewery, Emlenton Brewery, there's a big parking lot. You can park there overnight.
Next to the large red brick building, you can see the Crawford Center sign, is public parking for the town of Emlenton.
Going to Emlenton Brew House. Across the street's a little parking lot, bike walk.
Alright, so it's about 4 o'clock on Saturday and we're just leaving Emlenton. Had a great lunch and some drinks at the Emlenton Brew House. Totally cool place, lots of nice people, lots of locals, lots of good food. So we've done just under 30 miles this morning from camp, leaving our campsite at 9:40, and we are turning around, heading back, giving ourselves 4 hours with less stops, about 28 miles, and that's that.
Let's go. First tunnel is 5.5 miles from Emlenton. Coming up on the Kennerdale Tunnel. There's this beautiful waterfall right before it. This tunnel's over 3,000 feet long. First time through, took over 7 minutes for us to do it. See how long it takes now. Coming out of the tunnel, took us about 5 minutes that time. Got sunset ride back. Got 3 miles to go. Here we are coming back to our camp. Tarp's still up. Hopefully no one stole all of our stuff. 25 miles. 3.5 hours from Emlenton.
Oh, I'm done.
Super tired. Duck flying off into the sunset. Here we are back at camp. What'd you think of the ride?
Amazing day. Exhausted at this point because we really had to hightail it back. 3.5 hours.
How'd your legs feel?
Legs are okay. I'm sore here in my neck.
Yeah, every inch of me is sore.
I mean, sore.
Rewarding.
I'm a little shaky right now. I'm a little like...
It was a little bit 10 miles too much kind of trip. But if you wanted to get down to Emlenton,
Yeah.
that's what you gotta do. So,
Had a great day. It was a great time at the brewery. Tired.
now it's time for a beer and steak. Fun trip. Nice little roaring fire after a long day.
Steak dinner, wine, rum, salad, noodles.
Have some morning visitors to our campground. Time to pack up camp and get on with the day.
All right, it's day 3 of our adventure. We have a nice easy day of only 8.5 miles back to the Oil City Marina. Once we get back to the marina, we're gonna load up all of our stuff, get back to our car, drive back to the Deep Hollow parking lot, and then take that 10-minute walk back to the campsite, load up all of our stuff, and then head back to the car again. Hopefully it's not too long of a day.
So next to the informational pavilion in the center, you can see this concrete slab. That's usually where the 2 porta potties. They're not here mid-April yet. You were allowed to camp over here. Coming back into the Oil City campgrounds. You can see Oil Marina down the distance. There's no overnight parking. So we came up this hill and then we parked along Main Street for 2 nights. Car's all packed up. Now we got a 9-mile drive back to Deep Hollow parking lot. So we're coming back to our lean-to. It's about a 10-minute walk from the parking lot. I think it was a big help having the tarp up and hiding our tent and everything in there while we were gone during the day. And it's a place to change behind. So we'll load up the car, get back to the parking lot, and head home. On our way back to the car, all loaded up. If you're able to, bring a cart. It's much easier.
Or a wagon.
Or a wagon.
But it's not bad. It's
Something
a
with
short
wheels.
walk.
It's a short walk, but after 50 miles yesterday, a wagon would be nice.